Greetings and welcome to the inaugural episode of The Right News. I'm your host, Jay Gordon, and here are today's top stories. At a CNBC town hall meeting earlier this week with President Obama, an Obama voter, an American veteran, a company treasurer, and an all-around American gal, famously said these words.
And quite frankly, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted of defending you, defending your administration, defending the mantle of change that I voted for, and deeply disappointed with where we are right now. I've been told that I voted for a man who said he was going to change things in a meaningful way for the middle class. I'm one of those people, and I'm waiting, sir. I'm waiting.
When asked if he was concerned about sentiment like this from middle-class American voters, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid responded by saying, "I'm not so sure that election time is a good time to start caring about what American people actually think." In other news, South Bend, Indiana local schools recently erected this sign to direct people to their website where they can learn the benefits of sending their children to South Bend Public Schools. But there's something conspicuously missing from the sign. I don't know, like maybe proof that your tax dollars for education are actually being spent wisely, maybe? It seems that this sign has been erected as proof that we are spending entirely too much money on sex education and not nearly enough on good old reading, writing, and arithmetic. And finally, speaking of illiteracy, remember these famous words that Nancy Pelosi said about Obamacare?
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Unfortunately today, we also get to find out what's not in it. And that is children. You see, Obamacare says that insurance companies that offer individual plans for children must cover children with pre-existing conditions. That's fair enough, and that sounds great, but the problem is that there is now no reason for a parent to insure his or her child on a continuing basis. As of today, you could drop your child's coverage, and once he or she gets sick, then you could buy health insurance to cover the time that your child is sick and all the medical bills thereof for a minimum monthly payment, forcing the extensive costs for treatment, for medicine and all that onto the insurance company. Then once your child is better and back on his or her feet, then you can just drop your coverage all over again. This would most certainly bankrupt almost any American insurance company that offers individual plans for children. So the solution will most likely be to drop individual plans for children. And the liberals complained about the No Child Left Behind Act. You see, this seems to be a part of the liberal master plan. Keep the kids dumb enough, and in many cases sick or dead enough, that they will not have the ability to vote them out of office someday. We can't have any more people like this woman out there voting now, can we? That's all for the inaugural episode of The Right News. If you have an interesting or comical article that you'd like to see commented on with a slightly right-wing slant, feel free to send me a private message here on YouTube or send me an email here, therightnews@hotmail.com. Thanks for watching the inaugural episode of The Right News. I'm your host, Jay Gordon, reminding you that when you're right, you're right.